Narmer. Often credited as the unifier of Upper and Lower Egypt, Narmer appears on the Narmer palette as the first pharaoh of a united Egypt. His reign marks the birth of dynastic Egyptian civilization. Imhotep. Architect, physician, and polymath of ancient Egypt. He designed the Step Pyramid at Saqqara and set early standards in construction and healing. Khufu. Pharaoh of Egypt credited with commissioning the Great Pyramid at Giza, a landmark of engineering. Khufu's tomb became a lasting symbol of ancient technical ambition. Sargon of Akkad. Military leader who founded the Akkadian Empire, creating the first widely recognized territorial state in Mesopotamia. Sargon established administrative models that shaped later empires. Naram Sin. Akkadian ruler who expanded his grandfather Sargon's realm and styled himself divine, asserting royal authority. His victories and inscriptions reveal an increasingly centralized imperial ideology. Hammurabi. King of Babylon who compiled one of the earliest surviving law codes, inscribed on public steels for all to see. Hammurabi's code organized justice and social obligations across his realm. Hatshepsut. One of Egypt's most successful female pharaohs, she expanded trade networks and commissioned grand building projects. Hatshepsut's reign brought prosperity and remarkable monuments to Thebes. Akhenaten. Pharaoh who promoted the worship of Aten and introduced radical changes in religion and artistic style. His religious reforms were short-lived but left a striking artistic and historical imprint. Tutankhamun. Young pharaoh whose intact tomb, discovered millennia later, provided an unprecedented window into royal burial practices. Tutankhamun's treasures reshaped modern understanding of ancient Egypt's material culture. Ramesses II. A prolific builder and long-reigning pharaoh, Ramesses II erected temples like Abu Simbel and asserted Egypt's regional power. His monuments declared imperial grandeur across stone and memory. Assyrian kings. Imperial Assyrian rulers created highly organized armies and bureaucracies, projecting power through fortresses and records. Their annals and reliefs document administrative sophistication and brutal military campaigns. Confucius. Chinese teacher whose sayings emphasized virtue, ritual, and social harmony. Confucius' ethical framework shaped governance, education, and family life across East Asia for centuries. Pythagoras. Early Greek thinker who linked number, harmony, and geometry, influencing mathematics and philosophical traditions. His school advanced mathematical relations that shaped Western thought. Buddha. Siddhartha Gautama, a historical teacher who formulated practices and insights to alleviate suffering. His path to enlightenment inspired a major religious and philosophical tradition across Asia. Herodotus. Often called the father of history, he collected narratives, travel accounts, and inquiries about peoples and events. Herodotus' work preserved broad cultural knowledge of the ancient world. Socrates. Athenian philosopher who pursued ethical inquiry through dialogue and questioning, shaping the method of Western philosophy. Though he wrote nothing, his life and trial influenced generations of thinkers. Pericles. Athenian statesman who led during the city's golden age, sponsoring arts, drama, and democratic institutions. Pericles' policies helped Athens become a cultural and political center of the classical world. Plato. Student of Socrates who founded the Academy and explored justice, knowledge, and the ideal forms. Plato's dialogues crafted the foundations of Western philosophy and political thought. Aristotle. Student of Plato who systematized logic, natural philosophy, and ethics, influencing science and philosophy for centuries. Aristotle's methods framed empirical inquiry and practical reasoning in the West. Alexander the Great. Macedonian king who created a vast empire from Greece to the Indus, spreading cultures and founding cities. Alexander's conquests reshaped political boundaries and enabled long-term cultural exchange. Euclid. Mathematician in Alexandria whose treatise Elements organized geometric knowledge into axioms and proofs. Euclid's work became the standard textbook for geometry for millennia. Archimedes, Sicilian mathematician and engineer who discovered principles of leverage, buoyancy, and invented mechanical devices. His practical and theoretical work advanced mathematics and applied science. Ashoka the Great, Mauryan emperor who, after violent conquest, embraced Buddhism and promoted nonviolence and public welfare. Ashoka's edicts propagated ethical governance across South Asia. Qin Shi Huang, first emperor to unify China under a central bureaucracy, standardized scripts, weights, and measures. He initiated large projects like roads, canals, and the first Great Wall defenses. Hipparchus, Greek astronomer and geographer who compiled star catalogs and advanced the study of celestial motions. Hipparchus' observations laid groundwork for later astronomical models. Julius Caesar, Roman general and statesman who expanded Rome's territories and altered Roman governance, paving the way for empire. His reforms and assassination reshaped Roman political life. Cleopatra VII, the last Ptolemaic ruler of Egypt, skilled in diplomacy and alliance building with Rome. Cleopatra's reign and allegiances marked the end of Hellenistic Egypt. Virgil, Roman poet whose Aeneid forged a national epic linking Rome's origins to heroic myth. Virgil's work shaped Roman identity and literary tradition. Augustus Caesar, Rome's first emperor who established the Principate, reorganized government, and ushered in the Pax Romana. Augustus stabilized Rome and initiated monumental building programs. Pliny the Elder, Roman scholar and author of Natural History, a vast encyclopedia covering science, art, and nature. He sought to document all known knowledge of his time. Ptolemy, Alexandrian astronomer and geographer whose Almagest defined classical astronomy. His Earth-centered model guided science for over a millennium. Galen of Pergamon, Greek physician whose anatomical studies and writings formed the basis of Western medicine. His theories influenced medical practice for nearly 1,400 years. Plotinus, philosopher who founded Neoplatonism, teaching that all reality emanates from a single divine source. His ideas bridged Greek philosophy and early Christian thought. Constantine the Great, Roman emperor who legalized Christianity and refounded Byzantium as Constantinople. His reign marked a turning point between classical Rome and Christian Europe. Augustine of Hippo, Christian theologian and philosopher whose writings, including Confessions and City of God, shaped medieval theology and Western concepts of the soul and morality. Hypatia of Alexandria, renowned mathematician and philosopher who led the Neoplatonic school of Alexandria. Her death marked the decline of classical learning in the ancient world. Justinian I, Byzantine emperor who codified Roman law into the Corpus Juris Civilis and built the Hagia Sophia. He sought to restore the Roman Empire's glory through reform and conquest. Charlemagne, king of the Franks who unified much of Western Europe and revived learning in the Carolingian Renaissance. Crowned Holy Roman Emperor in 800, he laid Europe's medieval foundations. Al-Khwarizmi, Persian mathematician at the House of Wisdom who systematized algebra and introduced Hindu-Arabic numerals to the West. His works define mathematical procedure. The word algorithm comes from his name. Avicenna, Persian polymath whose canon of medicine became the standard medical text in Europe and the Islamic world. He linked philosophy and science in a single rational framework. Omar Khayyam, Persian mathematician, astronomer, and poet who refined calendar systems and wrote philosophical quatrains. His Rubaiyat blended science with reflections on fate and life. Averroes, Andalusian philosopher who reintroduced Aristotle to Europe through detailed commentaries. His rationalism influenced medieval Christian and Islamic thought alike. Genghis Khan, Mongol leader who united the steppe tribes into a disciplined empire spanning Asia. He revolutionized warfare and opened trade routes across Eurasia. Marco Polo, Venetian traveler whose journey to China under Kublai Khan broadened European knowledge of Asia. His accounts inspired generations of explorers. Thomas Aquinas, Italian theologian who synthesized Christian faith with Aristotelian philosophy in the Summa Theologica. He became a cornerstone of Western scholastic thought. Francesco Petrarch, humanist scholar whose rediscovery of classical texts helped ignite the Italian Renaissance. He championed individual expression and learning beyond medieval boundaries. Ibn Khaldun, historian and sociologist who analyzed the rise and fall of civilizations in his Muqaddimah, often regarded as a forerunner of modern social science. Zheng He, Chinese admiral who led massive naval expeditions across the Indian Ocean. His voyages projected Ming China's power and trade influence abroad. Johannes Gutenberg, inventor of the movable type printing press, which revolutionized information dissemination and literacy in Europe. His innovation fueled the Renaissance and Reformation. Leonardo da Vinci, artist, engineer, and scientist whose notebooks reveal boundless curiosity and invention. His works like The Last Supper and Mona Lisa epitomize Renaissance genius. Michelangelo Buonarroti, sculptor, painter, and architect whose works like David and the Sistine Chapel ceiling define Renaissance art. He combined ideal form with raw human emotion. Christopher Columbus, Genoese navigator whose Atlantic voyages linked Europe and the Americas. His expeditions initiated centuries of exploration and global exchange. Martin Luther, German monk whose 95 Theses challenged church authority and launched the Protestant Reformation. He translated the Bible and reshaped European religion. Nicholas Copernicus, Polish astronomer who proposed the heliocentric model, placing the sun at the center of the cosmos. His theory transformed astronomy and scientific thought. Galileo Galilei, Italian physicist and astronomer who improved the telescope and confirmed heliocentric theory. His discoveries and defiance established modern observational science. Johannes Kepler, German astronomer who formulated the laws of planetary motion. His precise observations bridged Copernicus' model and Newton's physics. William Shakespeare, playwright and poet whose works explored love, power, and the human condition. His language shaped English literature and theater permanently. Isaac Newton, physicist and mathematician who discovered the laws of motion and universal gravitation. His Principia unified the physical sciences and defined classical physics. Carl Linnaeus, Swedish naturalist who created the modern system of naming and classifying species. His taxonomy organized biological diversity into a global language. Adam Smith, Scottish economist whose Wealth of Nations explained free markets and division of labor. He laid the intellectual foundation of modern economics. Napoleon Bonaparte, French military and political leader who rose during the Revolution to crown himself emperor. He reformed legal systems and reshaped Europe's political order. Charles Darwin, English naturalist who proposed evolution by natural selection in On the Origin of Species. His theory reshaped biology and humanity's view of itself. Ada Lovelace, mathematician who collaborated with Charles Babbage and wrote the first algorithm for a computing machine. She is often regarded as the first computer programmer. Nikola Tesla, inventor and electrical engineer who pioneered alternating current systems, radio concepts, and wireless energy. Tesla's innovations power the modern world. Albert Einstein, physicist who developed the theory of relativity transforming concepts of space, time, and energy. His insights reshaped all of modern physics. Stephen Hawking, theoretical physicist who studied black holes and cosmology, proving that even singularities emit radiation. His works made the universe's mysteries accessible to all. Tim Berners-Lee, computer scientist who invented the World Wide Web, enabling global information sharing through browsers and hyperlinks. His creation transformed communication, science, and society.